Hi, this is an information session about the CWU, Central Washington University, Educational Technology in Turkey Study Abroad for the summer 2020. So, if we were in person, I'd love to get to know who you are, but I will present who I am, and then hopefully we'll get to know each other over time. My name is Dr. Kate Reynolds. I'm a professor in the Department of Education, Development, Teaching, and Learning. I am a professor of TESOL and literacy, so teaching English to speakers of other languages. You see my phone number and my email address there. And my collaborator is Dr. Ian Lavero, who is the department chair of the Department of Curriculum Supervision and Educational Leadership. His information is there. I'm the primary contact. Dr. Reynolds is primary contact for this experience. If you have any questions about this experience, please feel free to reach out to me. The CWU Education Abroad Advisor is Matthew. I do not know how to pronounce his last name, but I'm going to take a stab at it. Zeilsdorf, who is a Senior Study Abroad Advisor. You may be asking yourself who is welcome to go on this experience. Any education major or minor is welcome to join us, but there might be other majors in the university, a world language major, an anthropology major, an English major, a sociology major, politics or arts majors. There might be others as well. If you are in one of those other majors, you are welcome to join us because there's so much to learn in Turkey. You'll notice that the map on the screen, Turkey is highlighted in red here, and we are here in the Pacific Northwest of the United States. So just so you kind of know where we're going, it's way over there. It's just north of this Saudi Arabian Peninsula. It's just to the southeast of Greece and the Balkans, Bulgaria, etc. South of Ukraine, Armenia is over here. So it gives you a sense of where we are, where we'd be going. So let me give you a little overview of this experience. Any students who participate in the experience will learn with TESOL students studying to teach English as a second language, so they have very good skills in English, who are studying at Hacettepe University in Ankara, Turkey. You will be working with them synchronously and asynchronously online in seminars prior to our travel to Turkey. And while you're there, you will work with them and spend time with them. So you'll have a Turkish buddy. You'll study things like acquiring information about recent developments and appropriate instructional use of educational technologies in K-12 settings in the U.S. and Turkey. You'll discover new educational technologies that engage diverse learners. You'll discuss culturally congruent pedagogy while learning and sharing about your home culture. You'll visit K-12 and university level courses that use educational technologies to observe their applications. You will collaborate on the development of K-12 educational lessons and plans for use in your future classes. After the Study Abroad program, you will meet online minimally once for a cumulative learning experience. You'll notice here, this is a close-up of the northwest of Turkey. Istanbul is over here, and it bridges the European continent and the Asian continent. It's one of the few cities in the world that's on two continents. This is the Black Sea, and this is, I believe, the part of the Mediterranean, and this river here is called the Bosphorus. It goes right through Istanbul. Ankara is the capital of Turkey, and it's right here. On this journey, we will take a high-speed rail between these two cities. The learning outcomes for this experience are here. There are 5 of them, but basically it's to integrate your worldviews, information about the Turkish culture, history, religions, traditions, values, communication styles, etc., learning new educational technologies, bridging cultural differences that will help in K-12 settings, analyzing similarities and differences between educational systems and approaches, and developing interactions with people from other cultures. A bit about Turkey, or why should I study there? Some of you might wonder about Turkey. Turkey is a fascinating modern culture. It has an ancient history, but it's also very contemporary. A lot of technology and growth. It's poised on two continents, like I said before, and it's a welcoming and friendly culture to Americans. Whenever I'm there, I've found that people are very warm and friendly. It's a culturally rich location that brims with history and stories, arts and architecture, cuisine, and places to explore. You'll see here, it's a mosque on the Bosphorus. I took this picture when I was there in 2007. I just thought it was one of the most beautiful places. It's a secular country, meaning not a religious state. So the government's not a religious government like many other Middle Eastern countries that have a religious leader. They don't. They're a secular country like our country. And it has mostly Muslims, though, and they practice their faith peacefully alongside many other religions. It's a forward-thinking country in terms of education, having invested in education for many decades. And it's an important U.S. ally in the region, who has been supportive of U.S. interests in the Middle East for decades. So think about why you're interested in Turkey. Are there any other reasons in addition to that, in addition to these? Excuse me. CWU and Hacettepe University have established links in 2017, and it's all due to my relationship with Dr. Arif Altun, Dr. Sadegül Akbaba Altun, and Dr. Sumera Akcan. We have been colleagues since 1996 when we started our grad programs together at the University in Cincinnati, and have maintained friendly relationships ever since then. I've visited them before, and I care for them dearly. Dr. Altun will be working with us in Ankara and helping us with some of the logistics locally. Dr. Akcan is in Istanbul at Boğaziçi University. Excuse me. So one big question you might have is, will I be safe? And the answer is yes. A lot of thought has gone into ensuring your safety. Before departure, you will receive information on savvy traveling, health considerations, travel safety, money matters abroad, cultural adjustment, cross-cultural immersion and sensibility, student responsibilities, and course requirements. You will also be required to register with the U.S. State Department. I have before. It's not a big deal, to let them know where and when you'll be there. I have a cell phone. You will have to have a cell phone accessible during the experience in case of emergencies, and I will too, just so if anything comes up, you'll be able to reach me, we'll be able to reach each other. The university would not let you travel there if it was a danger to you. The itinerary is listed here, so you can kind of see that before the experience, we'll have orientation to the program. So this is the week before. Begin learning about Turkish culture and language. Meet your Turkish buddy online. And then we will depart SeaTac for Istanbul on June 25th, and we'll arrive there and take the train to Ankara. Roughly June 26th, we'll check into the dorms. We'll have our first city tour with your Turkish buddies to kind of get to know your way around. On June 27th, you'll visit mosques, markets, and some of the other important monuments and areas there, so you can further understand what life is like there and how people live. And we will see the Old Town Market, the Botanic Park, Kizilay District, with group leaders and Turkish buddies on June 28th. Starting June 29th, so a couple days to rest and relax. June 29th, we'll visit, that should say K through 12 classrooms to observe educational technologies in use, and we'll have seminars and practice on interactive educational technologies, as well as seminars on culture, cultural, historical, religious, and other topics. So that will go on between June 29th to July 7th, and that will happen in Ankara at Hacettepe University. On July 8th, you'll check out at the dorms and travel on high-speed rail back to Istanbul, and we'll have a city tour in Istanbul to orient you to the city. On July 9th, you'll visit Topkapı Palace and Istanbul Architectural Park, the Grand Bazaar, and the Spice Market. Really some amazing places I've been to, and I can tell you they're absolutely life-altering. So fascinating. On July 10th, we'll visit the Hagia Sophia, an ancient church that's now a mosque, the Basilica Cistern, the Blue Mosque, and the Hippodrome of Constantinople, which is obviously a Roman ruin there, right in the middle of downtown Istanbul. We'll also go to the Sultanahmet district, which is a night kind of club restaurant area. On July 11th, we will visit the Galata House and the Rumeli Castle, and we'll go on a Bosphorus cruise, which is really neat, and we'll visit the Turkish and Islamic Arts Museum. On July 12th, we'll depart Istanbul for home, and on the 20th, we'll have all assignments and materials due. So you can see the locations over there in the itinerary. The course credits, you can register for $492 for 5 credits. That is a general, I'm sorry, that should say EFC 492. I don't know why I missed that when I typed this. So EFC 492 for 5 credits. This course can be used in the elementary major for ELEF 332, which is Educational Technologies, for 2 credits, and for Practica. It could be used for the secondary major, EFC 416 for 3 credits of Practica and or electives. And other majors and minor electives, you'll need to negotiate this with your program advisor prior to the experience. If you use this course for other courses, Dr. Reynolds will work with you to complete the substitution form after the experience has been completed. The program and fees are listed here. Application fee is $75. The program fee is just a little under $3,000. It's subject to change based on the cost of flights. The fees include accommodations in Ankara and Istanbul. You'll be in the dorms in Ankara and in a shared hotel arrangement in Istanbul. Round-trip airfare, 2 group meals, admission to cultural and historic sites, in-country transportation like the high-speed rail, your entry visa to Turkey, and your international health and emergency insurance. The fee does not include educational abroad application fee, that $75, CWU tuition and mandatory fees, transportation to the U.S. airport, that's CTAC, most meals, although meals in Turkey are quite affordable. Personal expenses and passport fees if you don't have a passport. Any other expense is not specified above. Here you would have to pick up. The payment deadlines are listed here. These are some of the foods of Turkey, by the way. Delicious, delicious food. So some overlap with Greek food, but some uniquely Turkish food, like Turkish delight right there and Turkish tea. This is Ankara, by the way, downtown Ankara. It's the capital city, so you can see there are a lot of people living there. The application deadline is February 2, and you can apply if, this is a tiny URL, but if you go to the Education, Development, Teaching, and Learning, that's EDTL homepage, and look at on the left-hand column under International Programs and follow the links to the Ed Abroad in Turkey. You can follow some links to get to that, or you can go to the international education page at CWU and look up Turkey. You can also contact us and we can put you on your merry way to get to that application information. It's at the bottom of the international ed page. So if you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to hear from you. By the way, we're not going to be seeing this, but I wanted to share some of the beauty of Turkey with you. This is Cappadocia. It's in the center of the country, and it's very known for these kind of chimney-like landforms, and a lot of people do ballooning there. It's very common. So that's something you could do before or after the experience if you were so inclined. Okay, reach out to me. Let me know if you're interested in going. Thanks. Take care.